everyone, it's Decker. This is going to be a video called Defining the Anti-Meta. Now, when I say that, I mean, a lot of people, always ask, what is good for anti-meta in today's meta. There are a lot of different, I guess you could say, variations, but I'm going to list the top 4 that I think will give you the best chance of winning against all the meta decks combined right now. The first option is kind of a random meta deck. Now, when I say that, I mean there's a bunch of different types of these, but you've got like Dragon anti-meta, if you guys have seen that. Like my Gadget deck is an anti-meta deck, but it's not a main kind of deck. A lot of people don't run it. Decks like that, decks that people don't see coming, that really can just get in there, stop your opponent, prevent them from doing anything, and then while you're doing that, also get your engine off and kill them before they can do anything. And that's really what my Gadget deck does. I mean, my Gadgets never stop summoning, and then all my back row just prevents them from doing anything. Usually when you're running these kind of decks, you run cards like Summoning Curse, Skill Drain, stuff like that, just to help with it and control more. So that's the first option. The second option is Hero Stun. Hero Stun is a older type of anti-meta deck. It's been around for a long time. Some say it's meta, but I don't think it's meta at all. It kills everything's meta. And it's a pretty basic deck. You've got your stratos, you got your aliases, you got your skill drains, you got your veilers, the bottomless, deep prisms, hero black, book of moon, all that crap. And basically what the whole deck does is just summon 1900 beat sticks, stop your opponent's crap, blow up your opponent's crap, return your crap. That's really it. Because your Gemini Spark gives you advantage, your hero blast gives you advantage. I mean, the whole deck just gives you advantage over and over and over and over, and it's just ridiculous. And you can run the double call on it and all that kind of stuff with it, and just go crazy on your opponent, and there's nothing they can really do against it. So that's probably one of the best anti-meta deck choices you have right now. Third option is Chaos Stun. Chaos Stun is, I would say, a bit of an older one. It's been around for a while. And Chaos Stun is a variant that uses Doom Caliber Knight, and Banishers, and TKR, Effect Veiler, DD Crow, Chaos Sorcerer, Blackluster Soldier, I mean, all the really powerful light and dark monsters that can stop you, whatever your opponent's trying to do, and then you just stop them, prevent them from doing anything, and then you just drop big damage on them with your BLSs, your Chaos Sorcerers, and stuff like that. So, I mean, that deck's very good right now. Obviously, you're going to have to find your own build. Everybody has different builds, but there was a Chaos Stun in the top 8 of our last regionals, and the dude did amazing with it. I mean, it was crazy. And it ran Lilas and Raikos and all kinds of random shit like that, so it was a really fun deck to watch. And then the fourth option that I would suggest, which is also going to become really good with all the Dark Worlds coming out soon, is Removal. Now, there's Removal Stun, there's just Removal, there's Removal Beatdown, there's a bunch of different things. I would suggest Removal Beatdown. Now, what Removal Beatdown is it runs Dimensional Fissure and Macros Cosmos, obviously. It runs Banishers, DD Warriors, DD Warrior Ladies, stuff like that that just, if your opponent, no matter what your opponent does, they're losing their monster. That's the guaranteed thing. And that really hurts your opponents in today's plays. Because they have to use at least 2 monsters to make 1 Exceed monster, or at least 2 monsters to make 1 Synchro monster, and if you can use 1 monster to get rid of it, then you can gain advantage off that. Now, it's all touchy-feely. I mean, it's not going to be a guaranteed win every time, but Removal hurts any deck. It doesn't matter. Removal is a pain in the ass because it stops Monster Reborn, it stops Pot of Avarice, it stops Call of the Hind, it stops all those grave cards. So the removal part of the deck will hurt every deck automatically. And then you just use supporting cards. A common example of that is what's called the DD Lock, which is Macros or Dimensional Fissure comboed with if I can think of the name, Grave Super Servant. There you go. Grave Super Servant and Removal. It's freaking dumb. So yeah. Anyways. So that's one of the good examples of supporting cards for removal. You can run DD Survivor. I wouldn't run him personally because if you draw him without like a D-Fissure or a Macros, he's useless. or if they MST it and then attack him, so I just wouldn't use him in general. But my monster alliance would probably look something like 3 Cyber Dragon, 3 Banisher, 3 DD Warrior, 3 DD Warrior Lady, 3 DD Assailant. Maybe 3 Wangsu. I don't know. It all depends. Like, I showed you the deck my friend played, and I showed you, I'd probably play something a lot similar to that. So that's probably what I'd end up playing. But those are possibly the 4 best options for anti-meta right now available to players. Now, a 5th option for anti-meta is Burn. Now, Burn is a risky deck, but it's a good deck. Now, it's risky because it's not guaranteed to win, but it's a deck they won't see coming. That's the guarantee you have. They won't see a Burn deck coming. And with all the Burn support that's out right now, you can make a really good chain Burn deck. Now, whether or not that would be stable enough and fast enough to hold up in competitive play, I can't answer that one. I haven't tried it out yet. Like I said, this next regional, I'm going to be building a Burn deck and trying it out to see how it does. But I can't answer that one for right now. But from what I've seen, I would say definitely. The Burn cards and Burn support cards we have right now is insane. We have so much Burn and so much crazy support right now that it's just, Burn decks are just like, boom, game over, turn 2. I mean, it's ridiculous. Because, I mean, I'll go over a few of the cards real quick. I don't want to go into the whole deck, but I'll go over a few of the cards. Secret Barrel is dumb. Like, that card just does way too much damage. Magic Cylinder is dumb. That card does way too much damage. Dimension Wall is dumb. That card does way too much damage. Just Desert, Ceasefire, Chain Strike. I mean, what is that new card they brought out? It's like Thunder Strike or whatever. It's the same thing as Just Desserts, but it's in a spell card form. The Division has 6 Just Desserts. I mean, it's just ridiculous. And then you couple that with like Ojama Trios. Well, somebody save me. But anyway, so that'll probably be the best. And with the Gravity Bind being unlimited, and you got level limit and double swords and all this other stuff, you could get some really good saw going on. The only thing that could attack would be Exceed monsters, and for that you'd have the Dimensional Walls and the Magic Cylinders. So yeah, that would hurt pretty bad. So this was kind of defining the anti-meta of this format. Those are your best 4 options, in my opinion. And if you guys want deck lists and stuff, go ahead. I'll try and post deck lists down below in the description. Also, to the person who said they want me to start doing a lot more in the descriptions of my videos, I apologize. I didn't know that was actually, I didn't know if anyone cared about the description. But I will start filling in the descriptions and stuff so people know what the video is about. This is the Get Here, and I'll catch y'all later.